All right, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is November 22, 2020. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy Pokemon Trigger, please. How you guys doing?
How's it going, my good man?
I'm pretty nervous today, not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
it's been a good day overall.
yeah, that's good. It's been good. All good, all set, all everything. All
Oh
right.
yeah.
That's good, Chris. That's good. We had a nice, interesting week aside from everything that has happened. Plus, the announcement that we had for my bonus episode. Thank you, Lord, that we got that out pretty quickly. We're here once again to talk about more Pokemon Go news updates and ranting about Pokemon Go because we love the game just as much as you do. A quick reminder to everybody here that is watching us to go ahead and go to the Professor Network. So make sure you check us out at professornetwork.com/PurifiedPodcast. Wonderful people to work with, as always. And yeah, check them out as much as possible. All right, Chris. Real quick, I wanted to actually mention that I'm on a raid right now for a Cobalion. I cannot do any fast moves.
What?
I cannot do any fast moves. I can only do charge moves when I get to that point when my Pokemon is hit like 300 times. But I can't click on it unless like I do something about it. It's like I don't know I don't know what's going on. This is the second time it has happened. I think it's because of the update. Something's going on with this. But surprisingly enough, I don't know why it's giving me this problem. It hasn't really given me the problem before. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. So hopefully I can catch this Pokemon if I can. Luckily enough, we had enough people to finish it off. But again, it's just a glitch. Niantic, fix your game. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
luckily you guys had 6 people. It looks like.
Yeah, luckily our community is very well versatile when it comes to that. So that's not a problem when it comes to those. So hopefully we can get some shiny luck here real quick. If anybody is out there wants to check it out,
Ooh,
give
that's
some
what
shiny luck, shiny luck, shiny luck, shiny luck. Boop. Nope, not shiny. 1656. And again, I am locked from this, so I can't. I have to restart the game, and hopefully the raid will still be there. I gotta restart because it's not letting me catch it, unfortunately. Yeah. And Kanta, yeah, you're right. If I finally got the stream to actually go to 1080p, 60 FPS, so that's actually good too.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
that's hype.
I had a couple of streams where I think it was because of OBS, but it was just not working the way I wanted to. So I had to tweak the things, a couple of things there, and it worked out pretty fine. So luckily, I can catch
Yeah.
this Cobalion. I can finally click on the ball, and I can finally pine up this Cobalion because it's a really low IB anyways. All right, so since we get to that, and hopefully Niantic will listen to this, we'll definitely. Oh, I got it on the first ball, pine up. Nice. Let's shift the gears, Chris. Let's recap what we have gotten these days, and tell me what you got. What you got?
Oh, you know what I got.
I know what you got,
I
but that's why I want to say to make sure that the people out there can know what you get and then kick you out.
That's true. It's been a pretty eventful couple of days. Let me think. We started 7 days before. So I want to say it would start with. Yeah, I gotta check the dates here. Yeah, I want to say the closest one would be. Yeah, this Hundo C dot that actually spawned at my house
Ooh.
on the 17th. Yeah, I was like, "How you doing there? How you doing, buddy?"
How you doing,
Um,
buddy?
I don't get a lot of Hundos, so I was pretty hyped for that. And then after that, I was actually invited to a raid by Terry actually, and he got me a shiny Cobalion, which was kind of bittersweet because I needed it, but so does he, and
Oh.
it's the last one he needs. But I need
Oh.
both of the other ones.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Um,
been trying to get Terrakion because I got one traded to me a while back, but I was just like I want my own. It's like I need my
yeah,
own. I need
that's
my
true.
own. But
I wish they had Swords of Justice, honestly.
I wish they had this special move, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Either way. Yeah, either way, it's still fun.
Yeah, definitely.
On the first Meltan box, I was able to snag a shiny. Um, and it's pretty decent PvP IVs. It's like 0 attack and just really high in the other ones. It misses a breakpoint somewhere, but maybe with the addition of some of the other news we have, it might turn out better in the long run. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
Um, After that, the day after I got the shiny Seedot, I got a Hundo Seedot. I got a Hundo Cottony that spawned at my house. I was like, what is happening here, man?
It's been a
This
Hundo
doesn't
day
make
for
any
you, for
sense.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, thank you. And then after that, I started stream with a Verizian raid, and I was like, oh, it's not shiny. I don't care about it. And then I like kind of just caught it nonchalant, and it ended up being a Hundo
Wait, which one?
Verizian.
A Honda Verizon. Nice. Honda
I
Legendary.
do like Verizian. I do like Verizian.
Verizon. Beta.
Yeah, Verizon. And then I opened up the game at like 11:40, and I had a dino that spawned at my house.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
oh, that's kind of cool. So I click on it. This boy's green. So second shiny dino, and then literally an hour later, I get a shiny Anorith. And legit right before this podcast, like 4 minutes before, I got a shiny Lily while we were getting ready.
You've been in the shiny hunt there for sure, and the Hondos actually. You actually got some pretty good Hondos there for sure. And those shiny, I mean, that
eventful.
shiny dino, dude. When you said it spawned in your house, I was like, this has to be a GVL reward or something. But no, it was an actual wild spawn. A wild spawn.
I was like, people are gonna think I'm spoofing, man.
Dude, no, you gotta get that to me, bro. You gotta get a lucky trade on that one.
I told people, I was like, dude, this is a lucky trade, like right now.
This is a
but
lucky trade. Like I mean, do you have a shiny Shinx?
Yes, I got 2 actually.
Okay, cool. I mean, I probably have something.
I know it's got to be shiny dino for shiny dino.
Okay, yeah,
I feel like
I understand that. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't have a shiny dino, even with everything I've done. We'll see. I'll probably have to wait until next GoFest when they make it available in raids again. You know, if everything.
Or Calm Day, yeah.
God. Well, if it's Calm Day, I'm happy with that. But that will make it less rare in that regard.
Would Gibble come first?
Yeah. Gibble will come first. But yeah, that's actually a pretty good haul. For me, at least, I got a couple of Hondos, actually. I'm actually happy with my haul this week. After Community Day from Electabuzz, I got a Hondo Corsola, which is a regional Hondo, so that's actually nice. I think my first regional Hondo, so it's not bad. I'm going to keep it as a Hondo, and it maxes out under 1500, so
yeah.
With level 50 coming around, maybe that will be a nice little tiebreaker in the meta.
Mm-hmm.
I also hatched. I think I hatched. Did I hatch? No, I caught. Oh, this one is from my research. A Hondo Nidolar male, which I'm actually happy with that because I had the other one. I had the female one, Hondo. I just needed the male one, so I'm actually happy that I got this. I was just from like doing research. I was actually like able to do research this week, so I was able to like go through everything. At the night on Friday, I was with my friend's place, and then somebody called out a Hondo Cottony in the radar, and I was just like, well, luckily enough, I was actually going home, but instead of going north, what I usually would do, I went south because there was some construction, so unfortunately I had to go the different way. But they called it out, and I was like, oh, I'm like a few minutes away from this. Let me go ahead and get cruise by at 12:30 in the night, just to get a Hondo.
It's funny that we both got that, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually nice because I actually like Cottony and the Evolution Whimsicott a lot, so I'm actually happy with that kind of Hondo. Then during Community Day for Magmar, which we'll also talk about our catches there, I got a Hondo Nidoran from an egg, female one. So I got the female one and the male one. On the same in the same week, so I'm actually happy with that too. I got the Hondo Magmar, so I was a Magmortar, so it is not a Magmortar, and then I got another Hondo Slowpoke from an egg.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you have 2 before?
I had to, yeah. I actually had the full line already, so this is an extra. One of them is already going to home, so
okay.
I'll keep that at home.
Yeah, something somebody reminded me of recently is Hondo's Slow Bro is going to be amazing for the Mega.
Yeah, I actually have that right. Well, I need to walk it out to be a buddy, but it's almost ready to go, basically. I've been focusing on other Honda or on the Hondas at the time.
Oh yeah.
Like my Giratina,
Oh, yeah.
you know, my beautiful Giratina, Shando Giratina. As for the shiny category, aside from Community Day, of course, I did actually before Community Day. What was it before or after? Let me check this one real quick. The 19. When was the 19? A couple of days ago, right? Okay, so yeah, so I got a shiny Zubat, which is my second one already. So I was actually happy
I'm
with that.
jealous of that.
Yeah, I need one more to finish the family, and I'm okay. Then I keep doing some Rayquaza trades and everything. I did get Go Plus, beautiful shiny Alolan Sandshrew. So I was like, yes, my very first one, and I finally got the shiny.
That's your first one?
Yes, that's my first one. I've been hatching and
That's
trying
a
to
chunky
catch.
one.
It is, but I'm happy that I finally got the shiny for this one. I didn't. I mean, regular center is not out yet, right? That's not.
He's out. He's out.
Oh yeah, it is out. I forget. Like, there's so many shinies at this point. There's I keep forgetting some other ones, but I'm happy with that. I don't think I have the regular Sandrew. I can't remember. I don't think so.
I remember getting it. I just don't remember when they dropped it. To be honest, I think it was
Yeah.
one of the ones they paired together with another one. I just don't remember what they paired it with.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's Sandra is the only one that I have, the Alolan one. So I don't have another one. During Community Day, I mean, aside from Go Plusing almost every single one of my shining Magmars, I have to go again and hatch out of a 10k, and I tell my friend, it's like, please let this 10k be good, because we're just hunting down, and of course, the first thing that pops out is a shiny Shinx. And I'm just like, I'm about to throw my phone into the water because that's my 6th hatch shiny Shinx, which, again, I'm not bad about, but I am pretty salty that that's the only shiny that comes out of my 10Ks every single goddamn time.
You're cursed. You're cursed with shiny
I don't
Shinx.
understand. Like,
It's like
literally,
Midas.
I have hatched 6 shiny Shinx. 6 in the course of a year and a half. I don't understand why Shinx likes me so much on the egg. I just don't understand, guys. Like, Niantic, I know there's more shinies in the 10Ks. Please give me something different at this point. Actually, I don't think even know this. Like, just give me like the Dino from the 12K egg. I'm hunting those. I mean, I can at least get that.
Dude,
Well-
I just keep hatching Vullaby from 12k, to be honest.
Yeah, I've been hatching trash, so little trash. And then of course haven't actually gotten the shiny Magby from the Community Day, but I did trade for one, of course, since I actually have trade fodder, and somebody else had an extra shiny Magby, so I went ahead and traded in as a lucky trade. So I actually finally completed the family for shiny Magby's or Magmar's evolution line. So I'm okay with that. At least, it was a good trade at that point because nobody else gets a shiny Shinx like me. It's like, seriously. Oh my god. Yeah, that was literally that day, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to keep doing 10Ks because I feel like that's only thing. Like, at this point, if it's not just a regular shiny Shinx, it's the Shando Shinx. I get the shiny Shinx, Shadow Shinx, or Shando Shinx. That's all I need. At this point, that's all I need at this point. And I don't know why, but I feel like within the week or so, I'm just gonna actually have that kind of luck. Oh lord. And I love how you're saying, I'm Midas when it comes to shiny Shinx.
Exactly.
It's like my hands, it's like gold right here. It's like, give me the gold. And I'm like, oh god. All right. Well, enough ranting. It is what it is. How was your Community Day, Chris?
It went pretty well. I already had 2 shiny Magbies and a shiny Magmar actually, going into it, so I wasn't too worried about it. It really sucked too because I had I had this calm day off. I didn't have Electabuzz off. I really wanted to get a shiny Elekid, but this time I went ham, just from home, and I was able to get 22 shinies. I think it was 23. I forgot to evolve a few, but we have December right around the corner, so I'm hoping I'll be able to evolve them then for the calm day move. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a really cool shiny. I do love it. But yeah, I took it really easy from home, honestly.
Yeah, if you want to check out his stream, you can go to his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/pure I was gonna say my handle Twitter. Pokemon Trigger, please. Just check him out. They're also in a link in the description and everything for you guys to check him out. And yeah, that's actually pretty good. My community again, I guess aside from the shiny shinks, everything was just community day vibes. Just catch as many as you can. I seriously, my goal after getting a few, my goal plus was the only thing that was catching things. And then after that, I was just like trying to hatch as many Elikit eggs, or not Elikit, Magby eggs as possible, because getting that shiny is more important than getting everything else in the wild, because it's rarer that way,
Exactly.
Yeah, so luckily enough, I think I had like 12k eggs from that event, so that's actually pretty nice. I had a couple, plus the one that they give you in the special research, which was nice. I saw
a lot of Shundos this event. I will say that.
Yeah, there was a lot of people actually calling on the Shandos for sure, especially the Magmars. I think there was like probably one or two in Twitter that had the Shando Magby, and I'm just that was crazy.
There was somebody that almost got two. They got a Hundo and then a 98 shiny. And I was like,
Ooh. Ooh, interesting. But yeah, that's basically it for the recaps. I don't think was there anything else that we should know about, Chris? I can't remember at this point.
Looking at it, no, not too much other than the Swords of Justice coming back in the Magmar Community Day.
That's right, guys. Swords of Justice is here. We've been, as you can probably already saw from the beginning of the podcast, trying to hunt them down. But we already said, they don't have the special move. Not even Cobalion, which is the only one that had the special move back then. So it doesn't even have Sacred Sword, which is their special. So we'll see how it is when it goes, when we get more information, when any more will come back,
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into our research topics of today, because that's basically all the extra information that we got for the week. Thank you very much for the noise there, Chris. But there is, a couple of extra news apart from the bonus episode that we had earlier this week, about talking all about level 50 and the level cap and everything else that, it's coming within the weeks, guys. So make sure you're prepared. Now, we did have on extra information that we will talk about after the extra news that we're going to talk about right now. Just because, a lot of other people, and plus Australia and New Zealand, beta testers for this level cap increase, they finally got their hands on it. So everybody's trying to raise their life to level 50 right now, especially the ones that have like millions of experience to expire anyway. So either way, we'll talk about that definitely, and some pointers that we'll let you guys know what has happened, what has transpired in the last, I want to say like 4 days at this point. So it's not a bad thing. But we do have other announcements, as I was saying. And what is the first thing that we're going to talk about today, Chris?
Dude, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but we're going to have limited research day for Nidoran. So you got the Hundo already. How about we get a few shiny?
I wouldn't mind a few shinies for that reason. I need to complete the family. I do have one of each shinies and one of each Hundo, so it's not too bad when it comes down to it, but I need like the 2 extra more from each line, so I can go ahead and get, the full line shiny at that point. What's up?
I don't think I have a Hundo for Nidoran male. I know I do for Nidoqueen, but yeah, I definitely need shiny male, definitely.
Yeah. Well, aside from the one that I hatched and the Nidoran female from the community day, there was the first Hundo Nidoran that I got was sitting at my friend's place on a Friday, just randomly go plusing whatever it's called. It was a level 1 Hundo. And then when I checked my phone, I was like, wait, hold on, that's a new Hundo. And then I tell my friends, it's like, it's a Hundo right here, and everybody just goes through, It's like,
That happens a lot at my friend Alex's house.
Yeah.
Like, he's had so many Hundos spawn there.
Yeah. I haven't had like a lot of Hundos in my house in a while, but it is what it is, I just like Hundos what it is. But let's get back to the news. This month, look forward to the limited research event featuring Nidoran female and Nidoran male on Saturday, November 28th, which is next Saturday, at 10 p.m. from 8 a.m. local time to 10 p.m. local time. You can complete the event's exclusive field research tasks to earn encounters with Nidoran female and male. If you're lucky, you might encounter shinies. I want to just say shinies because I'm not going to say the names again. You look forward to the event exclusive time research. Just like any other month, I think this is going to be an ongoing theme. every month from now on, featuring some type of special limited research to keep the game at bay, since everything that has happened and since we can't go out too many times, thanks to the pandemic. I feel like that this is their ongoing theme aside from Community Day, because we know Community Day is its own purchase in that life. So I think this is the start of something good. I think they have started doing pretty good. We'll see what other cool Pokemons we'll have in the coming months. Comparing with...
please.
you want Subat Community Day with everything that we gone through this week?
I need this shiny.
Oh, no.
I still haven't gotten it.
At least you got 2 shinies. I have 2 green shinies. I have 2 green shinies. You don't have.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, one is better than the other one though, so I can't say nothing about that. I like this one. Our lucky choice is gonna be green shinies. All right, so we have more news. But aside from the limited research, we do have something very exciting for a lot of people, because this is something that we actually didn't see coming. I thought there was going to be a limitation, but here it is. So Uxie, Mesprin, and Absol, they're returning to race for a limited time. So for the next week trainers in the coming Lake Legends events, okay. The legendary Pokemons Uxie, Mesprin, and Absol will be appearing in 5-star raids, depending on where you are. During this time, however, Goldeen will also appear more often in the wild and hatching from 5k eggs. If you're lucky, you might even encounter a shiny Goldeen.
I love it.
Another Gen 1 Pokemon that we needed shiny for a while, and it's finally here. It's finally there. So what is this event? Well, from Tuesday, November 24, which is 2 days from now, at 1 p.m. to Monday, November 30th at 1 p.m. PMST, so Pacific time, 4 p.m. for us. The features that we're going to have for this Lake Legends event, it's going to be Uxie, Mesprin, Asa will be appearing in 5-star raids, of course, as we know. Some other Pokemons related to lakes, knowledge, emotions, and willpower will be appearing in raids as well. So as you guys know, the legendary trio of Lake Trio is basically everything that has to go through the feelings, or the knowledge, the emotions, willpower, it's the type of feelings that we are gonna feel when it comes down to those legendaries. Pokemon's currently found near lakes, including Psyduck, Goldeen, Magikarp, Surskit, Starly, Bidoof. Shellos will be attracted to insects, hatching from eggs, and appearing more often in the wild. So they did specify the whole attract to insects just because of something else that we're going to be talking about definitely at the closer to the end of the podcast, or for the new section at least. Pokemon related to knowledge, emotion, and willpower like Abra, Machop, and Rouse will be attracted to insects, hatching from eggs, and appearing more often in the wild. Why did they have to separate those? Oh, because they're saying one for lakes and one for from emotions and knowledge and all that stuff. So
I guess it makes sense.
So basically, you have your water types, and then you have your other ones. So I mean, that makes sense. Goldeen, we already mentioned that he's going to be a shiny available from hatching from 5 kilometer eggs. I know he gets a triple legacy move, so flex on that.
I was just thinking about all the people that made the triple legacy are gonna be like, now I gotta make another one.
I know, right? Another elite TM to go from.
Elite fast and elite charge.
Yeah, I know. Just to get 2 legacies, actually, you need 2 charge to get 3 legacies.
I don't remember if there's a third one, like if it has 2 charge moves that are legacy. I know at least one of them is.
Well, we don't have the chance to be able to say that we have 4 moves in Pokemon Go yet.
No. I'm saying I don't know if the 2 charge, like if it has 2 possible charge moves that are legacy, like Icy Wind and Drill Run is usually what you want. I know one of them is legacy. I just don't remember.
I think it was Drill Run that was legacy. I can't remember that much though. But if you guys want to know more, of course, we'll let you guys know if you ask us the question, and we'll look it over. Because Chris can find it by himself. So.
Yeah, let me check that actually.
All right. Then we also have AR mapping tasks will offer new rewards or from what we usually see now. The AR mapping task, which is a little bit annoying if you guys have been playing for a little bit. Unfortunately, you can get up to 2 tasks in the same stop, but you have to have at least one AR map task to be able to acquire the other one in the same stop. It's a little bit of confusing if you think about it, but it has actually some pretty decent rewards. They did change it just recently to encounter some Pokemons like Dratini, Skarmory, and I think something else. I think Cubone, but I think that was also because of the event. However, that will change. Hopefully, that pool of Pokemons will change during the event. And the other types of rewards are like the lures or the puffins. I've been grinding the puffins, and
It's a good one.
It's actually been doing pretty good. I have up to 10 puffins right now. So I've been doing some kind of grind when it comes down to it. Every time I see a puffin quest, I'm just like, I can quickly do it, because in the end of the day, you really don't need to scan and upload anything. You just have to make sure you do it, in all quotations when it comes down to it. So yeah, it hasn't been too bad. It hasn't really. Unless I'm wasting $10 on puffins, it's better to just use, get as many puffins as possible, because at the end of the day, I was able to use a puffin throughout Community Day, and I've had my body excited the entire time. So that was actually pretty nice. And then of course we'll have team field research will be available during the duration of the event. So that we'll know by the time the event starts on Tuesday, November 24th. Are you excited about this, Chris?
Honestly, I'm mostly excited for getting a chance at Uxie and Mesprit, because we're stuck with Azelf over on our side.
Hold on that. Hold
Yeah.
on to that dot, because
Okay.
that is what I know you're excited about. However, those two are from other regions. You can't travel to other regions right now, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what do you gotta do?
Gotta add some buddies, man. I gotta add some buddies.
Well, this is what basically Chris is trying to say, because he doesn't get the joke. I don't think it's a joke, but anyways. Uxie, Mesprit, and Alcer, they're in different regions. We have Absol in the American region. We have, I think, Uxie in the Asian region, I believe.
I think so.
Mesprit in the European region. So I know it's a little confusing when it comes out. If you look at a map, we be able to look at all of them. However, they're regional Pokemons, technically regional legendaries. They can spawn in the wild, which actually that would be cool if you find one in the wild. But again, you can do it from raids too. Again, what is the reason why we're mentioning this? Because remote raiding is a thing, and what we mentioned before is that remote raiding lets us travel to technically raid with other people from those nations. Now, if you have friends in the other parts of the world, they can invite you, and yes, you can do those legendary Pokemons from other regions that are region locked. Now, this is the interesting announcement when it comes down to it, because we thought, or at least for the longest time, and even other people like other podcasters have been saying the same thing, we always think that regionals should stay in their place. They should have their exclusivity. They shouldn't have to worry about anything else when it comes down to those, and the whole shabam when it comes down to it. However, because of that, because of everything that's going on in the world right now, especially this entire year, we can't really do that. So if we were to travel to different parts of the world during this time, aside from being a lot of money, it would have been a real interesting limited time to be able to get them. Now, remote raiding changes that. We were thinking, because of a lot of APK mining, and again, APK mine is breaking into the servers, but we don't tell you to APK mine, it just talk about the information that's been released. They did say there was some limitations that were restricting Pokemons to their specific regions, so you can't raid them all the time when it comes down to it, or do like a 24-hour raid train like we've been doing for the last X amount of months. When it comes down to remote raiding, they haven't locked them behind this, so we'll be able to get the two regionals that we are missing for our Pokédex. Which I know, Chris, you're excited about it because you don't have them in your decks right now, right?
No.
And which one you're hoping for to get?
Honestly, the one I'm really looking forward to is Mesprit, because I think Uxie is going to be easier to get down the line.
Right.
Obviously, I'll add anyone that can send me either.
Yes.
But yeah, not much to say. Just add us on Twitter if you want to send us some of these raids.
Definitely do that, or you can join our Discord. Definitely check us out there. We also have some nice little raid times during our Discords, but we do need friends from other regions. I do have a couple of friends I had a friend from somebody that was staying here from Russia for a couple months and then went back to Russia. So I know he's there. I'll text him later. I now have Disney Gamer, which is in the China region. So luckily enough, like that's another region that I could do. So if I get lucky enough, I'll be able to get there. Now I do have all of the Lake Trios registered in my Pokédex because of GoFest of 2019. One of the special features that we had that year is to be able to do up to 5 special trays during the duration of the event, as long as you have a ticket, and you'll be able to go through that. Now, my goal that GoFest was to get the missing regionals that was missing entirely. So I got Relicant, I had Chatot, which at the end of the day was kind of pointless. We did get the little Chipmunk. I can't remember what it's called. Chipmunk electric type Pokemon.
Oh, Didine?
That is Generation 6. No, not even that. It's
Chipmunk.
It's like a Chipmunk electric blue type Pokemon. I can't remember right now his name.
Pachirisu.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pachirisu was the goal first. First try, it's like 5 more later. Anyways, you even mentioned a Pokemon from a generation we haven't even gotten to.
Yeah, I was like, Dedede? What?
Anyways, yes, so Pachirisu was the one. And then the other ones were, of course, the Lake Trio, which were already out there. Just, unfortunately, tradable. I was able to trade for the other 2. Bad IVs, doesn't matter. At that point, I just wanted it for the decks. So I was able to complete that type of decks. But I'm excited because at least I'll be able to get better ones. Hopefully, if they do some prizes, maybe a shiny. But, I know they're not going to release the shiny just like that for that reason. Especially for a small amount limited event for this.
I definitely doubt it, honestly. Just for this time. Maybe, and I hate to say this, maybe if they do roll out the shiny later on, they'll region lock it. I know they already said they're probably going to have region locked mega rates in the future. I wouldn't be surprised if they region locked it for the shiny.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see though.
We'll see. I mean, that's down the line. Again, some other Pokemons or other legendaries are meant to be shiny right now. I'm thinking they're waiting on the Alga and Palkia by the time the 25th anniversary of Pokemon comes around. Why? Because there's gonna be some major news on that day, and I'm sure that Generation 4 is gonna be a big part of it. Don't quote me on it though. That's gonna be when they feel like it, and I'm sure that we'll have some interesting ones for the month of December too. So yes, that is Uxie. There is a little bit of update they gave us on the 20th. It says, trainers, we have updated the timing of the Lake event. The event will run from Tuesday, November 24 at 8 a.m. to Monday, November 30th at 10 p.m. local time. And then the Lake Trio will be in race from the 24th to December 1st. So we have an extra day after the Lake event ends, the Lake Legend event ends, but then we have an extra day to be able to hunt for those legendaries. So if you're out there, go ahead and do them, and make sure that you let us know, because also we want to make sure we do get our hands on good Lake Trio, even though they're not like the greatest in the world, but there's still something to go about, All right, so that is the Lake Trio event. And then Chris, what else we got?
Oh, buddy. This is something a lot of people are asking for. We're getting an update to the temporary bonus of, I want to say, the kind of COVID bonuses. I hate to call them that, but that's, in my opinion, that's why we got them.
Yes. Now, as you guys know, in the last month or so, that the special bonuses announcement said, okay, we're gonna stop the special bonuses. We're gonna, we're not gonna stop them, but we're gonna change them. It wasn't going to be like a full. I'm gonna go ahead and revert everything back to originality. We still had some extra things. However, looks like the world has still gotten worse since the announcement, and it's time for to get a couple extra bonuses back. So this is what they said on their blog posts. This was stated on or updated on the 19th of this month. To continue adapting to the changing global environment, and in response to the situation becoming more difficult for many of our players, we are returning the following bonuses to the game beginning of Tuesday, November 19, starting at 6 p.m. PDST. So on that day, they start an announcement and they make sure that everything is updated, of course. Incest effectiveness will be increased, now attracting Pokemon to you more often. So it is back the one thing that people were talking about and complaining about from the revert back from the last one was the effectiveness of instance, which, bringing more Pokemons at maximum 30 seconds each time you open it. So it is good, because a lot of people, and I know a lot of people have been saying on Twitter, our lockdowns are going into full effect. The world is going back to craziness again. We need to make sure that our players are safe, so they are doing that. They're bringing that back. And then, of course, your buddy Pokemon will now bring you more gifts. Each day is up to 5 gifts at once and up to 3 times a day. So another great addition, because the 2 gifts per day weren't really helping us out at all, unless you actually go out and hunted some subs. But when it comes down to it. Now, however, these bonuses are temporary, and they are specifying that. But they will remain in the game at a minimum until June of 2021. So, as you can see here in Pokemon Go, if you open up the tab and you go to your task for today view, you see that the special bonuses are meant to end in 219 days and 11 hours. So, we have a long time with these bonuses, and hopefully that will stay for that long, or maybe the world will become better by that time. We'll see how it goes, Also look forward for the following bonuses to show up during select upcoming events, making sure that they have components, yes. They can safely be played regardless of your situation. Incubator distance reduction, which is the half-time distance that we had before. Trace distance increase, which we didn't mention in our bonus episode, but it is back. 1 Pokecoin bundles and more. So the one thing that note here is the trade distance. We did have that beta testing last week that ended before the podcast was live, of course. But they have increased it again, I think until the end of this week, if I remember correctly. I do have to go and check that out again.
Do you actually want to try trading?
That's what I thought too. So, but that was, last time the bonus was actually telling you you can only do up to 12 kilometers. So it wasn't like the biggest increase, but it was helping a lot of people in the same area. However, this time around though, the distance is 45 kilometers, which giving you access to at least trade with somebody in the next city above you. So, or below you, whatever you are basically. But that is actually very helpful. Before we increased, we couldn't trade even with the extended distances because we were a little too far. But however, I think we can. And Chris, if you have already sent me a trade.
Yes, sir.
It is now active, and Chris is really far away, guys. I can't really say that enough.
Do you want to? I know this might be asking a lot. Do you want to do Sawaddle for Sawaddle?
Swaddle? Do I even have a Swaddle?
I actually had one as my daily spawn.
How do you spell Swaddle?
SEW, and then
I got 1.
it should show up. If you don't want to do it, I can
do
trade
it.
something else.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll do it. I never really thought about trading this, but okay. So when this happened, actually, you and I, we did a special trade that day, and we did a Groudon for a Groudon, and we got lucky Groudons without being lucky friends. I was like, okay. I mean, if you guys been in our podcast since the beginning, the Groudon has been the special Pokemon that we both just like connect real well. Because we both got the shinies at the same time too.
Yes, sir.
Can't
Shiny
forget
Fire Punch, yeah.
No, 15. I got this one is 15. 8, 11. What you got?
Ew. I got garbage too. Yeah, to be honest.
I do have to evolve this Pokemon for the Pokédex, so might as well do it in the podcast while I'm here, anyways. And then probably send it to home eventually. Okay. I do have to catch more though, so that's the difference. Ooh, I like his little like.
Dude, I love his second evolution.
I know, it looks so cool. It's so cool. Too bad you're gonna actually have to go to the other evolution. Which you may think you're wasting candies, rare candies for this. Dude, I have so many rare candies. Like at this point, it doesn't even matter.
I mean, Sawaddle's a pretty rare Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. It's that one of those types of bugs that we don't see that often. We see other bugs more than this one for sure. But there it is, another Pokemon edition. Thank God. Because I needed some more evolution types. So that's good. That's good. Oh man, I want one Pokemon, but anyways, we'll talk about that differently. So that is the trade distance, guys. But that's coming back thanks to those bonuses for sure. And now, Just like Chris says, hashtag take you Niantic. Let's talk about a little bit more in depth with what has happened since our bonus episode of the announcement of the Go Beyond updates. And no, I won't tell you to go ahead and say Plus Ultra because I mean that was the joke back then. So,
Yeah.
but we have had some extra information. This again is live for the Australian region, beta testers, and New Zealand. So they've been grinding. A couple of people are like Zoe Two Dots and Fleece King giving us updates on how the level 41 plus mechanic is working for them. Which luckily enough, there hasn't been any major errors. So it looks like it's almost set, ready to go live in the next week or so. By the end of this month, beginning of next month, that's when we're definitely gonna see this update go live. We ourselves got a little bit of an update, but I think that's to fix a couple of glitches and things in the world, which unfortunately is giving us more glitches too.
Always.
But let's talk about real quick. If I go to Fleece King's account in Twitter right now.
He should be level 45 right now.
Yes, so he made it to level 45 within the week. I mean, that guy knows how to grind and he plays this game for a living. But he has made it to level 45, which is pretty insane. He is halted at level 46 requirements just because of the daily streak that he has to do. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Yes, so I mean, he gets like all the crazy stuff and everything, but the requirements are there. So we'll talk about real quick about the first requirement. So level 41, the requirement is 6 million experience. So if you already have that, you'll be able to do the task too. Well, actually, you can do the task and so on. One of the tasks that was already completed here, I don't know if you guys can see it too well. It's one for the type of platinum medals that you can get in the game in your profile. That is from catching Pokemons, and I'll show you right here because I know it's not live for us, but the little things that you can do, like this kinds of medals. This one will increase to a new tier level, the platinum level. So if you get X amount of platinum badges, that task will be completed. But then you have something like power up a legendary Pokemon 20 times, which is a lot of Stardust, guys. Win 30 raids, again, a lot of grinding to do, especially for this the free-to-play player.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to take them a month if they want to do at least once. And then catch 200 Pokemons in a single day. Oof.
I mean, if you do that on a calm day, it shouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
All I can say is save up your Pokeballs.
Yeah, definitely. I think I go through 200 Pokemon in a day just by sitting at work sometimes, but I can't remember. Could be less, but that depends on how many I can catch in a day. That will definitely be one day for grinding, or at least maybe a few hours if you really go ham or go to a big spawning place. You'll just catch everything there anyways. So yes, then we have level 42. We have to evolve each one of the EV evolutions to its forms, excluding Sylveon, which unfortunately is not one of those. Evolve Pokemons with 15 items. The items that we get, like the Sunstone and everything, plus the Sinnoh and the Unova Stone. Make 3 excellent throws. Again, it's not that hard because it's not in a row, so that's actually the best part about that.
Oh, yeah.
And then use 200 berries to help catch Pokemons. Again, another feature that just tells you gotta use all the berries as possible,
Yeah, worst part of that, have EV candy and walk your EVs beforehand, because you can just put it as your buddy and evolve it at the different parts of the day.
Definitely. Then level 43 requirements. We have earn 100,000 Stardust. Wow. That is 100,000, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 100,000 Stardust.
Is it?
He's like, yes. There's the mark. There's the 3.
Yeah, that's at least it's not 1 million. That's all I can say.
Well, again, it's just a matter of catching as many Pokemon as you can, and sort of. You can also get them from like feeding berries into the gyms, anyways. Then we have supercharged effective attacks. So either you do gym battles, rocket battles, or I think it's mostly gyms or raids. So again, it's one of those things that you just gotta have to grind out. 200 is a lot. It's way more than we had in a different day. And then catch Ledge 5 legendary Pokemon. So again, another halted for the free-to-play player if they want to just do legendaries the entire time.
Yeah.
So, and yes, and then we go to level 44 requirements. And this one is another one that's a grindy one because you have to win 30 trainer battles in Grey League, 30 in Ultra League, 30 in Master League, and 20 in Gold Battle League. So I mean, if the leagues are a little bit adjusted to that by the time of, maybe you can do it, depending on how Season 6 is going to work out. But if you just want to get a friend and put level 10 Pokemon or level CP 10 Pokemon in each one of the leagues, and then just go for 30 times, good luck with that.
Yeah, I'd say try winning and go Battle League first, because that's going to count for some of your Great League, Ultra, Master League, depending on the league you battle in.
And of course, depending on how the season will work, because we're going to have a different type of season starting next month.
That's true.
And that was level 44, and then Fleaskin goes about it, and then of course goes to level 45, which is defeat 100 Team Gold Rocket Grunts, purify 100 Shadow Pokemons, defeat a Team Gold Rocket leader 50 times. So another grindy one, because that's just like crazy thing. They did mention, things like this are going to be part, of the Go updates. Plus, all the experience you gotta get.
Purify 100 Shadow Pokemon.
Well, all the stardust you gain and the 100,000 stardust you gain is gonna be going into that anyways.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just to level up at that point. Yeah.
Yes, it's just to level up at that point. Well, I mean that will help us all. That will help a lot of people because we do have a medal right here that's a purify medal. You do have to purify 50 shadows to get the silver one, but then 500 for the gold one. And then I think it's like 1,000 for the platinum one. Which is yikes.
That sounds right.
That sounds about right. Of course, he has finished that, even though he did say that he's very determined to not finish it, but he did finish it within the day. And then, of course, level 46. That's where everybody's halted right now. If I got into level 46 requirements or level 45 requirements to level 46. 100 field research tasks, which again, it's not too hard to do if you're in a dense populated area.
Yeah.
Make 50 excellent throws and hatch 30 eggs, which is again not too bad if you just keep on walking and doing the task. But then the one that of course is halting everybody is take the snapshot of your Pokemon 7 days in a row. So it won't count until you go and do it the next day. So you have 7 days before the next one.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, well, I don't want people to be level 50 before the end of the week without even getting a chance to,
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes. So, and if I go to Zoe's account here, also shout out to Zoe and Fleaskin for giving us information. Thank you so much. Aside from those, that's also the ones that I was talking about. Jeez, all the medals. If you check out Zoe's video, she tells you about like all the medals and all that stuff. We do have like new medals like the Rising Star, defeat 150 different types of species of Pokemon in raids. If you do like every single raid, maybe you already got in this medal. The Triathlete, which is achieve a Pokemon catch streak or Pokestop spin streak of 7 days 100 times. Again, if you have been doing all your streaks since the start of the streaks, then I'm sure that you already have this completed. Which is surprisingly, the Zoe 2 does only has 35 of them. That means only 35 weeks she's done. I really question when did we have the update of all streaks before, Because I know we can do 7 days in a row because of the field research, but again, the spin and the catch weren't implemented until like later. So we'll see how that one plays out. And then something like a Picnicker says catch 200 or 2,500 Pokemon attracted by a lore module. If you have been playing Community Day since the last 2 or 3 years, I'm sure you got this already. But, it is what it is when it comes down to it. Some other stuff that she has actually mentioned. Also, the extra large candy that was mentioned in the blog post to be able to power up your Pokemon past level 40, it's not as rare as we thought it would be. Now, you can convert the regular candy that you have already for the Pokemon into extra large candy. However, I think it requires you, 100 regular candies to get just one extra large candy or something similar to that, which is a lot. Surprisingly enough, it actually makes it a little bit difficult. However, depending on, they haven't actually tested out as much aside from, having the world being able to test this out yet. As you can see here, during Magmar Community Day, she has gotten acquired 217 extra large candies, which is, again, quite a bit when it comes down to it. But again, probably only enough to level up maybe one or two more levels, especially depending on the type of, level up mechanic on level 50.
Yeah.
This also holds a lot of people. Niantic has actually given us the chance to not use level 50 Pokemons in Go Battle League. So if you were to power up past level 41, which is that final level for your buddy right now, you will not be able to use it until they remove that restriction. I think they want to level up the playing field because extra large candy is still rare, and this is only testing the system yet until we get the chance to catching more Pokemons eventually. It also depends on how many candies you have, so how much you can convert.
Oh, I just said that's true.
Yes. So yeah, aside from that, just the small little things, just a recap on how the level up mechanic is working. We're definitely going to see everything of this for all the regular players by the end of this month. So expect it very soon. The update is coming. They have mentioned that. But again, if you want to get that Legacy 40 medal, you have to become level 40 before the end of the year. And we have those bonuses active, aside from the bonuses they already mentioned, like double experience, double Stardust, all those things that they're just giving us the chance. I don't think it's double Stardust. I think it's just double experience. And then,
I think so.
And then, of course, raid bonuses also. So start using those lucky eggs you haven't been using forever because it's time to level up. We have, at least the Pokeminers, have that in mind how much experience we actually need to reach level 50. And that's close to 176 million experience. Chris, how much you have?
I want to say I have like 85 million. That's why I'm thinking, oh, geez, I got to like double my XP.
Yes.
Yeah, I got almost exactly 85 million.
Well, I'm an 87, and I did run at least a 3-hour lucky egg to run the community today, so I catched everything in sight. But again, 176 million experience. Unless you're close to 100 million, good luck. That's where a lot of us is going to stop or halt it level up wise, because we can finish the task when we get to that point of the levels. I think by the time experience wise between you and I, Chris, I think we can get close to level 47 if we do all the task requirements. But if we want to actually get to level 50, we do require to actually get that max experience.
Yeah, so, my goal is to get to 43 pretty fast, just so I can get that pose.
Yeah, and I'm definitely not gonna be able to actually get 100 million experience by the time we get to the end of this month, because 2 weeks of grinding will mean 2 weeks of lucky eggs every single day. Yeah. I don't think I have that much, even though I got like 30 something plus lucky eggs or something that I haven't.
Dude, I got 60. I never used them.
Well, it wasn't really. It's how they always say, okay, I'm level 40. I don't care about experience anymore.
Exactly.
Well, now you need experience again, guys. It's time to grind it out. There's also things that they mentioned, but we will go over as soon as the update is live. We have around maybe one more week before the actual update comes. The update should be coming by the end of the month, next Monday, not this coming Monday, but the next one after that, and then fully updated by the 2nd of December. So we do have one more podcast before that goes live, and pretty much that, right? Are you excited?
I think that's true. Yeah, dude, I'm really excited for the push. I know it's gonna wake up a lot of people per se.
Yes, definitely.
Make a lot of people competitive again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Getting to level 40 throughout the last few years and staying at level 40, it was nice. But it always, again, just like trading, when this whole thing, distance trading, it was part of a game where it just didn't matter, you know? After you reach level 40, it just didn't matter what you do. Experience-wise, like, oh, you gain this much experience. I'm like, cool, I really don't need it anymore. Well, welcome to level 50, my friends. Oh, man, who do you think is going to reach level 50, aside from the beta testers?
Other than the people that are like have a head start, that's really hard to say.
I mean,
honestly,
aside from probably the other best grinder in the world, which is Brandon 10, which already has enough experience throughout everybody. Between Fleaskin, well, Fleaskin has the head start, but I say maybe King and maybe some other person who has maybe even our own affiliated co-host here or partner, Lure Up. He has over 100,000 experience. So yes, 100 million experience. I'm sorry.
Yeah, anyone that has like ready access to like raids like 24/7.
Yeah.
I think those are the people that are really gonna have a really good standing at hitting level 50. Really
but you
fast.
also see that it's not just about raids. It's about catching. It's about battling. It's about team readers, team rocket leaders. It's about everything, really.
I just think the other things you can do on your own, that's just something you kind of need other people for. You can't do a legendary raid on your own.
Yeah. So it's gonna take a little bit. For a bit, but aside from Fleaskin, who's already way ahead of start, 5 levels into the new mechanic, and then hopefully, I looks like by the time he finished the next 5 levels within the week or within the next 2 weeks, because he needs to wait the next 5-6 days for this. Aside from that, I feel like he's gonna be able to get level 50 before anybody else, of course.
I think he's gonna be the first one.
Yeah. He's grinding really hard. But congratulations to those in Australia. We'll catch up eventually, and we'll get level 50 eventually. I hope they don't say, hey, we're going to get level 50 a year later. Oh, we're going to get level 60. I'm like, no, we need like 100 million thousand more samples.
Not again.
No. But, I mean, this could be the start of something new at that point, being able to raise the level cap at some point in the next year or maybe 2 years in between. So it gives the chance for people to grind it out.
I think it's welcome. I just think if that's the case, they need to have an increase in Stardust game.
Yeah, which I think that's where the testing comes too. They've been testing a lot of small little things in the other parts of the world where they increase the Stardust or the gain of experience or anything like that. So maybe that helps out, and that will give it a little chance, but maybe increase the friendship requirements or friendship lists, because 200 it's already too little at this point. We need 200 more friends to be able to get 200 million Stardust at one point. Oh god. Oh, Lucky Eggs, I can't believe I'm thinking about those again. So many years. Anyways, we got, actually it's amazing that we've been ranting for this long already. Let's get into our PvP section real quick. Chris, get good, get wrecked. Here we go. What you got for the Catch Cup? My
biggest concern for the Catch Cup is everyone keeps talking about what they hatched. I don't know if it's going to be things that like you legit caught in a Pokeball, or if it's going to also count things you hatched out of an egg. Right. So I'm kind of thinking it's not going to count hatches, and we won't even have to worry about things like G-Fisk, and it's just going to be a bunch of Melmetals and stuff.
Could be, because Melmetal is liable in that,
Yeah, it is possible that they will count G-Fisk, so I would wait to power up things until you see if it allows your G-Fisk Indigo Battle League before you make it, if that's like a Pokemon you want to use, or if you want to use something else you hatched. Just something to keep in mind.
That is true.
Other than that, it's just whatever's been spawning is what you have a chance to get. Obviously, you're not going to see any legendaries that haven't been out, and the legendaries that have been out, you're not going to see in Go Battle League.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see this color. I mean, I haven't really thought about the Catch Cup in a while, just because it hasn't really been something
cheap stuff.
Yeah.
10K.
Have you gotten Red 10 already?
Wish. No. I'm waiting for the last one. I only need 5 more wins.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I do have maybe a sizable amount of Pokemon that I can use, depending
Mhm.
on what I can use. I mean, I definitely have all the other things in catch up. It is limited in 1500, I think, right? It's still limited.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do and don't in technicality because I like to just purge my stuff for not having any more space or anything. So
Yup.
it's gonna be interesting. I do maybe have a Golard or a Tidios that I can use, maybe a Riolu somewhere around there.
Uh-huh.
I am looking through some of the things I could use. I mean, I had a Cottonee. Now I can probably use a Whimsicott. That would be nice, interesting.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
It counters Grass Hold pretty well, but I don't think Bastiodon's going to be a huge problem. But there are still Shieldons in the wild.
Yes, definitely. Maybe Ammonite, Emolga, and the Meltons, of course. You know, all the metals I
Yeah,
gotta destroy.
I think Melmetal is like one of the best choices, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see how it goes. Please, shiny Lillipup? No. Okay. uh, yeah, so the cash cup again, guys. It's I don't think it's gonna be a big of a meta. Again, it's whatever you caught since the beginning of the season in season 5. But if you're already rank 10, if you want to just do it for fun, it's fine. But if not, don't invest so much into it because you're not gonna use so much of it anymore afterwards.
Yeah,
But
it's just for a week.
yeah, it's just for a week. So just have fun with it. That's all you gotta ask for. Chris, what about your tournament?
The tournament I draft picked today, and I was in the complete opposite order that I thought I was in. So I did not get the choice that I thought I was going to get. I thought I was going to get first pick after getting the last ban, but I got first ban and then last pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my team is very wonky compared to everyone else's team, in my opinion.
Right.
It's still possible for it to work, but the stars have to align and hit just right for me to battle almost any of the teams.
And I feel like I almost lost Chris there because his internet has been wonky for the last few hours.
The moveset.
All right then. Chris, I'm losing you.
Buff with Bubble Beam.
I'm like halfway through listening to this and I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, I think the spice, like the heavy hitter on my team is definitely Shadow. Well, I have Shadow Gardevoir and Shadow Zapdos.
All right, Chris, real quick before you continue on with that,
Yeah.
we caught that you got lost in translation in there. I think
Lost in translation.
Yeah, because your internet kind of like wonked out a bit.
Oh, it wonked out. Okay, I'll just go over the team really quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I got a picture of it here.
Yeah.
Okay, I have Shadow Gardevoir, Dugong, Shadow Zapdos, Fortress, shout out Speedy, and Poliwrath and Mantine.
Right.
What's interesting is I can run double debuff because of Icy Wind, Dugong, and Mantine Bubble Beam. I don't know if I'm gonna run that moveset. I'll look at like everything and practice a little bit. But yeah, it's a really strange team.
We'll see how it goes. Well, shout out to you, of course, if you actually are just representing everybody here. We wish you good luck because again, Battle gets a lot of those high-up people there. Good luck with
Sweaty, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I got sweaty just choosing the Pokemon.
Definitely. Real quick, I know we don't have a lot of time anymore, but the Silta Arena has announced their December Cup, which is the Nightfall Cup. We won't go into the full details today because, again, we are running a little bit low on time, and we have been talking and ranting for the last hour. So
we should have time next week too.
Yes. So when it hasn't started yet, so it will be by the December 1st. But then you have your Pokemon's Ice type Pokemon's Fighting type, Normal types, Ground types, and Poison types. The only thing that's banned in this cup is the Megas, which again it actually implements Shadows again, so that's going to be interesting. Again, guys, we will go full detail meta relevance once everything is a little more detailed. And I'm sure PvPoke already has all the information, but that is the new cup for the sealed meta. Good luck, battlers. And yeah, I think that's it for the day. Yay, another podcast. Woo!
always fun. Always fun.
Definitely. Make sure. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and also thank you very much for listening, everybody, in our podcast services. You can check us out at the Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and of course Amazon Music. Any other places, you make sure that you can leave us a review if you can. I would greatly appreciate it to reach out as many people as possible. Follow our social medias if you want to check us out. Definitely on Go. Christo at Christo0517 for Chris. Check us out on Twitter. Check us out on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you want to find us. And of course, don't forget if you can email us some information or anything else you want us to tell us about at purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to check us out at purifiedpodcast.com for the Professor Network. Chris, take us away for the night.
All right. We definitely have some interesting things to look forward to. Definitely try to send us those Lake Guardians if you can. I'm sure Lewis and I would both appreciate it. A lot of good shinies to look forward to. I know Shiny Goldteen's going to be a fun one. Flex on us. Send us what you got on Twitter. Follow us. Maybe we'll follow you back. Okay. Yeah. Keep chugging. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Keep grinding, trainers. We'll see you next week.